how can we help the other members connect and create value for each other? That's the secret sauce about communities. And so that's where all the gurus, and that's what they're focused on doing. So how can they matchmake? They do these speed dating events, for example, where people can get to know each other. They have database of skills. They have masterminds led by people from the community. They're doing all these really interesting strategies and tactics to create people working with each other. So rather than it's just a one-way traffic of you guys sharing your message.
Nice. So for communities, do it outside of Facebook. Let your members communicate.
Yeah.
That is really good. Now, since we are in the course of talking about marketing and some tactics, one of the enemy of marketing is time. Time needed for your customer to be exposed to your marketing efforts. Time that it takes for potential clients to take action and actually be converted into paying customers. Now, what advice do you have for entrepreneurs aiming to enhance their brand's visibility and attract leads despite the limited time for marketing and probably, limited resources as well for them?
Yeah, I think I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk, who is a online expert, one of the gurus that I studied, and I learned a strategy from him, which is omnipresent. Omnipresent means you have social media properties across not just one channel. You have your YouTube long form, YouTube short form, Facebook stories strategy, plus Facebook post, plus Facebook group, plus LinkedIn, plus TikTok, plus so forth. So
you got to be everywhere.
You got to be everywhere. Because people, if you think about it, people don't consume communication by one app. They have multiple apps that they go across. So you've got to be across all of it. So how do you do that? Like resource-wise, that's quite expensive. That's quite hard to do. And the way that I learned from him is you repurpose your content. So he has a team that repurposes his content. He makes one piece of content and he'll turn it into 38, 50, 100 other pieces of content out of the one. For example, he would make a podcast, and the first thing you'd do is chop the podcast, an 1 hour podcast, into 10 1-minute clips. So now he's got 11 pieces of content. He's got the one podcast plus the 10 new clips. Then he would take the just the sound of those 10 clips, sound bites, and he would just turn them into sound with no words. So now he has 21 pieces of content, because he has the sound only version, he has the short version, plus he has the long version. And then he would take the transcript of the short version and it would shorten it down so it's a tweet. So now he's got another 10, and so forth. So repurposing, I think, is in getting a team member that or contractor, outsource it to virtual assistants to do that. So something you can create this body of library out of one piece of content really amplifies the entrepreneur or person, the expert. Take all that content and then put it into a scheduler and schedule it out to all your social omnipresent channels, and it just drips out all the time. And so you can automate those, and you automate it to peak times when your audience is in front of their computer, because that's what the algorithm favors, early engagement. Once you put a post out, if you get early engagement, it starts ranking you and you're more likely to go viral. So I think, that's a really good strategy that I learned from Gary Vaynerchuk.